Welcome to a special episode of Sean's Show. Thank you so much. I'm here with our friend Connor behind the keys. This is a special Christmas episode of Sean's Show. Thank you so much. You can't even say Merry Christmas anymore, folks. You can't even say Happy Merry Christ anymore. You have to say, what gender are you? I'm doing a full... You can't even say Merry Christmas. I've been watching a lot of Nick Fuentes. Lately, you guys, I've been watching all of Nick Fuentes' stuff. Nick Fuentes is somehow against Israel and also black people at the same time. Nick Fuentes, it's depending on where you consume your Nick Fuentes content, you'll get a different guy. If you listen to Nick Fuentes on Piers Morgan, you'll think that he's just your typical conservative reactionary character. If you listen to Nick Fuentes on Rumble, you're going to be like, wow, this guy's making a lot of sense about the culture and about race. I'm joking, of course. We are celebrating the holidays. I hope you are having a wonderful holiday. I hope you're enjoying some time with your family. And I honestly have had a very tough month, personally and professionally and spiritually. I've been challenged spiritually, and I'm very happy to be with you now at the end of that spiritual journey. I'm better for having gone through it. What journey is that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I applied to work at Blackstone, and I was rejected again. Now, the first time I was rejected from Blackstone, I got an AR-15, and I gave it. That is that's the voice of the video we're gonna watch, by the way. The first time I got rejected from Blackstone, I hired an NFL athlete with CTE to go in there and kind of shake things up a little bit. You know, see, most people when they don't get a job, they kneel over, they roll over like a dog, and they go, "I guess I wasn't the best fit," and they go, "The world's unfair." And they drink away their sorrows, maybe. Not me. When I didn't get the job at Blackstone after 28 rounds of interviews, you want to know what I did? I found a gentleman with chronic traumatic encephalopathy, advanced, and I bought an assault rifle at Walmart, which you can just do, by the way. And what I did is I gave him that assault rifle, and I said, I want you to go. Or I was like, are you mad at the NFL? And he was like, fuck yeah, I am. I was like, have you heard of Blackstone? And he goes, what? And I go, where you really want to go is Blackstone. And I gave him that assault right. Okay, all right. Anyway, the point is, that was the last time we talked about Blackstone. I do not advocate for violence of any kind. Glowing red disclaimer. Sean Riley is not advocating for violence. These are all jokes, ladies and gentlemen. We are joking here. We have fun. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. This is also a message from Blackstone. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Don't buy a house, because we're going to buy all of them. Don't do anything. Wait! The message from Blackstone. So what we're going to do first to celebrate the holidays is we're going to watch which is a gift from Santa himself. Santa Claus gifted us this video that we're going to watch together, which is a masterpiece. A masterful video celebrating the holidays, brought to you by the company that's buying all the single-family real estate in our country. Merry Christmas from the company that has made buying a house unaffordable if you're under the age of 45. Merry Christmas. And it's an incredible video. So let's jump right in, because I think this will kick us off. And I just want to tell you guys the title of the video before we watch. Could you share the title with everyone, Connor, because I can't see it. Blackstone. Oh, here we go. So, introducing. Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. From Blackstone. Blackstone's 2025 holiday video. And the title of the video is Forever Blackstone. I don't like to read that. I don't like to read those words. Forever Blackstone? That's a little ominous. Forever, Blackstone. Forever. For Blackstone will outlive the universe. Blackstone is your god. You understand? Forever. And that's not like for the next 50 years. It's Blackstone forever. Now, I am so excited to just watch this with you guys. So this is a gift. This is my gift. This is Blackstone's gift to us collectively. So let's start with it's also 7 minutes long. It doesn't need to be 7 minutes long. We're going to jump around, but let's just watch the first minute or so. We'll take a look. Merry Christmas, by the way.
It was the spring of 1985. Steve Schwarzman and Pete Peterson stood at a crossroads
Fake
on
names.
Wall Street.
Those names sound so fake.
The story begins in 200 BCE.
What is this?
It's a comprehensive documentary on Blackstone for our 40th anniversary.
Our amazing firm is turning 40. We need pizzazz, gusto, heart. Fire whoever made this.
So
Ken Burns
cuts
speaking.
to Ken Burns, and that's the gag.
Okay, I understand.
Ken Burns was going to voice the video, and they fired him.
God.
Lawrence!
I'm busy.
So we see
Turning
a
40,
woman.
it's a really big deal.
Did you get a nose ring?
I've always had this.
Some
you
of us are in denial that we've become a mature organization.
Hey, guys, let's start buying sports teams.
We could buy Ferraris.
No, let's buy Ferrari.
Okay, pause it. Pause
Yeah,
it.
we're definitely-
So the opening little scene of the Blackstone holiday video is they're sitting around a boardroom and they're going like, hey guys, celebrating 40 years of Blackstone acquisitions. What should we do to celebrate? And one lady, she goes, well, let's buy sports teams. Another guy goes, what about Ferraris? And the one guy goes, let's buy Ferrari. You know, and it's funny because you want to know what the actual board meetings are like actually in real life at Blackstone. It's actually just one Asian guy with a spreadsheet saying, I found the cheapest 1,000 single family homes. Let's buy them now. And then he does that. That's what happens. That is not the board, that little funny little like, what if we bought Ferrari? Also, it's just this video is almost so out of touch that it's back in touch. It's so out of touch with what the average American's life is like. Can you guys understand that the opening little bit in their holiday video is they're sitting around and what they think is funny is they go, let's buy some Ferraris. Let's buy Ferrari. The company. Oh, they have a monocle. I mean, it's so out of touch that it's back in touch with American culture because it's tapping into what we all know is they're being very honest. Ironically, this is the most honest Blackstone has ever been as a firm. Look, they're playing pickleball in the building in Manhattan. That is not what happens. By the way, so right now, if you're just listening, the frame that they're on right now is 3 guys who bought all of the homes in America playing pickleball on the 78th floor of the Blackstone HQ building in Manhattan. And they're playing pickleball and they got their ties, their fancy $300 ties tied around their heads like athletes' headbands, and they're playing pickleball. And those gentlemen spend every single day evicting people from their home. They evict. They are It's the large one. So if you don't know Blackstone, click out of the show. Thank you. I don't need you. Goodbye. If they are one of the largest corporate landlords, and I don't need a holiday video from my corporate landlord. Thank you very much. Thank you. No, thank you. I don't need a holiday message. I don't need anything from my corporate landlord. I don't need a holiday video from the people that are making housing unaffordable for everyone. They're outbidding individuals for homes, and then they're holding on to those homes and keeping them vacant, destroying your local community while they take advantage of their massive scale, okay? Their massive scale as one of the largest private equity firms. And by the way, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from Blackstone. We are one of the largest asset managers and private equity investors in the world. We have immense power over the economy, and we will continue to buy single-family homes because buying is more expensive than building. Just so you know, in the economy right now, it's more profitable for us to just buy homes from people than to build our own and build more housing. It's better to buy. And so we're going to do that. And I think, it makes sense for us as a firm to own half of the homes in Oklahoma City. Also, Merry Christmas. Hey, we're Blackstone, and, there's something that really important that we want to tell you, which is that we realize that Oklahoma City is a growth market. And so what we're going to do is we're going to buy. Do you live in Oklahoma City? That's great. We're going to buy all of the homes around you, and we're going to own them, and they're going to be empty. And when it's economically, financially profitable for us, we're going to rent them out to people that don't even live in Oklahoma City. Also, Merry Christmas. So let's keep going. I mean, this is a gift from Christ. This is a gift from baby Jesus. Here at Blackstone, blah, 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 blah.
Only having a midlife crisis. Wait, are we rolling?
Even Steve's going through it.
Well, I was thinking of becoming a DJ.
Steve Schwarzman, a DJ? He'd crush.
That's the Goldman
We're
Sachs
all
CEO, by the way. They're all friends.
John is on a
They're all
whole
friends.
nother level.
And as always, we keep running.
Cut! We are turning 40. What do we have to show for it?
1.2 trillion in AUM.
An incredible track record for institutions and individuals.
An amazing culture of talented and dedicated people.
No.
Michael!
What? Blackstone, this guy runs in, he goes, Blackstone, we're turning 40 as a firm. What do we have to show for it? And this woman goes, 1.7 trillion AUM? First of all, bitch, no one knows what that means. I know what it means because I ball out. But when you're, who is this video for, by the way? This video is for no one. This video is for me. It's for Sean Riley. It's literally Blackstone made this holiday video for themselves to enjoy.
It has 42,000 views and it was posted 9 hours ago.
I'm telling you, I hope that can we dislike this video live on the show just to show that I'm not actually in their pockets?
Let me get it framed up.
Obviously subscribe to the Black.
Like and subscribe.
Guys, what I want you to do if you're watching Sean's show, you don't need to subscribe to Sean's show. What I encourage you to do is like and subscribe to Blackstone. So, get it framed up real nice there. Hit that subscribe button first. We're now subscribed to Blackstone. Guys, yes! Woo! And hit that dislike button. Smash that dislike button. I gotta say, I don't like the production values. I think the writing is bad. Okay. Oh, can we read the okay. This is every day we are presented with new reasons and new evidence. Oh my God, they timestamped it?
I mean, that's how they're getting the views. That SEO is through the roof.
I mean, hey, you know, whoever's doing the SEO for the Blackstone video is getting paid nothing. The SEO and person that's doing SEO for this video is in Indonesia.
In my head, I like to think it's a U.S. contractor who's squeezing every penny out and go, you gotta have the timestamps. And that's going to take 5 hours.
How many, yes, that's true. How many emails had to happen for the Blackstone holiday video to happen? Also, how did they land on Blackstone Forever? Blackstone Forever is a crazy name for the video. Given the video name, it's not even just happy season. It should, if they really wanted to be like professional, it should be season's greetings from Blackstone. No, they didn't do that. They said happy holidays from Blackstone, Blackstone Forever. So here's the video description in case you're just listening. They actually create a narrative. See, this is not the first Blackstone video we've watched on the show. I watched another Blackstone video, which let's just put a pin in that, but they made a different video for when they bought Jimmy John's. Did you guys know Jimmy John's is owned by Blackstone? They are gonna own everything. They're gonna own the houses. They're gonna own the sandwich that you eat. You're not even gonna own the sandwich when you go to Jimmy John's, and which is owned by Blackstone. You're gonna pay for that sandwich and you're gonna eat it. And what Blackstone's gonna do is they're gonna slit open your stomach. They're gonna cut it open and they're gonna go, you didn't pay your rent on this sandwich. And they're gonna rip this sandwich out of you, okay, along with your small intestines, and they're gonna fucking jam it back down your mouth. That's how this company feels about you, by the way. That is how Blackstone feels about you. They want to exist forever. They want to exist forever. They want to have their nice white collar, $500 collared shirt, long sleeve, and they want Armani. They want Gucci. They want $2,000 leather snake shoes that they walk around in Manhattan, and they'll take that shoe and put that fucking shoe on your throat on a curb until you're dead. And then they'll sell you a sandwich. Then they'll go to Jimmy John's, and then they'll go, and then right before you die, right before you're gonna suffocate, they'll go, hey, I've had a change of heart. Do you want to go to Jimmy John's? Where we are actually majority owners. We're actually on a controlling interest. You know what I don't like? I don't like to be around people that say things like this. My firm has a controlling interest in Jimmy John's. Okay, great. I don't want anything to do with you. Season's greetings from the company that has a controlling interest in Jimmy John's. Also, the Jimmy John's CEO is a fucking sellout. Fucking Merry Christmas to you, motherfucker. Selling it. I like Jimmy John's. Have you been to Jimmy John's since Blackstone bought it? This is going to be like this is for no one. Jimmy John's isn't even on it's in Texas. It's on the West Coast.
I feel like it's.
Is it in New York? Not really.
Let me look that up.
Let's not get bogged down, but I think let's you
didn't read the description for the people.
The timestamps here?
Yeah, no, sorry. You were going to read the description of the video and then you.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, you're right. Okay. Here's the description of this video. It's crazy. Ready? From Blackstone. We're having a bit of a midlife crisis this year. ... But no worries. Let's crank up the 80s tunes for an epic blast from the past. Happy holidays from all of us at Blackstone, short hyphen. This year, it felt more fitting than ever to end on a note of levity. Actually, if that's where you think the year has ended, so this year you've decided this year is the year more than ever that you need to end on a moment of levity? This year needs to end on the sound of a rifle. This year needs to end with the people screaming in the streets and anger, not on a moment of levity. No one. Well, I'm laughing. I'm doing okay, but no, not a lot of laughing is happening. Just so you guys know. Let's keep. I mean, I might spend the whole episode just shitting on this company.
They also, I don't know, the viewers can't see it here, but they have all of their past holiday videos linked all the way back to 2018.
Wow. We need to do like a whole Patreon. Oh my God.
My favorite is 2020.
Oh my God, they did 2020.
But look at the name.
Mr. Sunshine. That's insane. So the 2020 holiday video, by the way, that was COVID in case you're brain dead. Oh my God. So there's 18, 19, 20, 21. We have 7. Is that 7 holiday videos to watch? So let's do that on the Patreon because that's
a wonderful idea.
Patreon.com/Sean Show. We will be watching every Blackstone video and endless entertainment from my favorite company. So let's keep going on this year's because this is a time to celebrate. You know, after everything that's happened this year, you know, I actually agree with Blackstone. After everything that's happened this year, I'm reflecting on what's happened. What has happened this year? You know, just thinking back and reflecting. Well, for one, that guy murdered his parents in Brentwood. That's cool. That director's son, Jack Reiner, I love This Is Spinal Tap. If you guys have never seen it, This Is Spinal Tap is a hilarious satire on rock culture. And the guy that directed that lives in LA, in Brentwood, very wealthy neighborhood. Recently, this happened this week, him and his wife were brutally murdered by their son who was a meth addict. And that's fun. That's a fun thing to look. That's a fun thing, right? Obviously, we have the war. We all love the war. Wink. There's a war going on. You know, I just wish Blackstone could be honest and be like, there's a war going on in Israel and we hope that it's over soon. That's the whole video. Hi, I'm Steve Schwartzman. I'm the CEO of Blackstone. We need to wrap things up in the Middle East. Hi, I'm Steve Schwartzman. We really, what we've been doing in Blackstone behind the scenes is, we got to push things along. There's a lot of things that are kind of in the queue. There's a lot of things in the pipe. We have such a backlog of real estate projects that we're trying to do in GAZA, if you know what I'm saying. I can't even say the word. We're calling it a Trump Gaza. Reflecting on this year, the biggest tragedy is that we haven't been able to work on Trump Gaza. Trump Gaza, that's the biggest tragedy of the, you look at what's happening in the world, and that's probably the biggest challenge. So, what the Blackstone holiday video really needs to be is every year it should just be it should be a snuff video. They should just kidnap a random homeowner from Oklahoma City and just bash his head into the table until he's dead. That is what this company is. I don't need some poorly written The Office style banter between like, hey, I'm almost gonna retire. My hair's getting gray. You wanna know why your hair is turning gray and you're 38? It's because you have no fucking soul. It's because you dedicated your life to advancing evil. Am I fucking retarded? They go, oh, yikes, I'm the COO of Blackstone and my hair's turning gray and I'm not even in my 50s. You want to know why your hair is turning gray? It's because inside your soul, the little piece of humanity that's left in your that's a dying light, a dying flame. That flame can't be snuffed out just because you cram it down. You understand me? That's why your hair is turning gray. It's your spirit going, stop. And you go, no. I need to take a helicopter. I need to take a helicopter to Stamford, Connecticut. If I don't take a helicopter with my shit kids, with my spoiled, rotten kids to Stamford, Connecticut, what is all this for? So that's what the Blackstone holiday video should be. They should kidnap homeowners from around the world, get them in the boardroom in Manhattan, serve them a nice Jimmy John's meal, which they're the majority owners of. And then after they have the meal, they go, now this is a focus group and you will die at the end of the focus group. We're going to kill you. And then they should release that. Then they go, Blackstone forever. They go, listen, we're going to buy your home below market. That's what Blackstone does. They go, hey, we are going to buy your home below market. And if you don't think that that's going to happen, we're going to kill you. We'll kill you. We'll obliterate your community. So, if you haven't gathered, I'm a big fan of this company. I am a subscriber. Palantir is up, by the way. It's a great day for everyone. Guys, it's a wonderful day for humanity. It's a wonderful day to be alive. And let's keep watching. I can't get enough of this.
We got our sign back on it. It went down for a second. It's back up.
We're back. We're battery powered. We're not even on the grid, by the way. We are off the grid because, again, the only thing that I hope to get out of this show is either Palantir or Blackstone has me murdered. Okay, let's watch.
We spent hours on a presentation about our actual achievements.
But somebody changed our script.
The creation of Mr. Stone.
Why is it a black guy?
our alternative rock tour, and our country music album.
Look, as a global leader in the financial fitness influencer space,
Who are
I
you?
understand
What
the
is
importance
this?
of being on the cutting edge.
You run.
This is all your fault.
I'm sorry.
This
Yeah, I may have shifted a few employees to
they're
engage
literally
with
doing
John's
The
LinkedIn.
Office.
I'm here in Toronto, Canada, from Abu Dhabi, Kangaroo Island.
Okay, can you pause it again? So
Blackstone's global.
So this one of the guys, I guess one of the executives, the bit is that like he like is a big into running and he's trying to like push. This is literally, you know, we don't have money. By the way, you guys, this, if nothing else, this should show how far our country has fallen because we don't have money to pay for actual TV shows. We don't have money anymore to renew The Office. We don't have any money to make funny original sitcoms anymore. But you know who has money for a sitcom? Blackstone. So instead of getting comedy written by artists, which I like to put myself in that group if you don't mind, instead of getting comedy shows, art written by artists, produced by a production company, our comedy and our levity is now going to be brought to you by Blackstone. Okay? The people that they want to be comedy writers. Again, I know this deeply. I'm a comedian and I happen to work out. I know I dip my toes into the financial sphere. I know these guys are all just fucking pussies. You understand? I risked my life and my limb and my financial security to pursue a career in comedy that hasn't worked yet. And all these fucking assholes spend 30 years on Wall Street and then they get rich. They get rich being evil fucking legal criminals. And then with all their money, you want to know what they do? They go, hey, now that I have all this money, what if we did a funny little satire video? The hedge funds are making satire. The hedge funds are making satire. Wake up. It's over. It's over. The hedge funds want to make The Office. Wake the fuck up. Wow, we lost the price. We lost the price, you guys. So this guy runs. Oh, I forgot. So I paused it because this next bit is this guy is running around. He's an executive at Blackstone. He's running around and he's like, I'm in Abu Dhabi, you know? Then he goes, I'm in Dubai. He should be like, I'm on Epstein's Island. Hey, I'm on. You think I'm just pulling that out of my ass? By the way, we'll do this later. Put a note on this. After we watch this, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna Google Blackstone Epstein. And I'm very excited to find out what pops up when we Google Blackstone Epstein. The name of this video should be Forever Epstein. It should be Epstein. It should be Jeffrey Epstein will never die. This video should be Blackstone's 2025 holiday video. Jeffrey Epstein will live forever. And his ideas will live forever. Let's keep watching it. Just absolutely disgusting filth coming out of this company. Filth.
Global head of data science.
I could have been a senator. I have a 700-day streak in Wordle.
Incoming! You know what to do, team. Like, love, celebrate. Comments, people. This post is inspiring.
In conclusion, we have to prove we've still got it. Everyone needs to know how cool we really are.
You're not.
This is
You're
genius.
not.
Oh.
Don't worry, guys. You'll figure it out. I gotta run.
Let me get this straight. If we don't make Blackstone cool,
We'll have to sing and dance again.
A cooler firm might dress themselves differently.
What do you mean?
You just got it tailored.
There's a sale at Zara.
what if we...
Okay. All right. She's like, there's a sale at Zara. Bitch, stop. You do not shop at Zara. You get your clothes flown in from Switzerland. You don't shop. No one at Blackstone has been in a Zara. They'll buy Zara. They'll buy the company. But you think anyone at Blackstone shops at Zara? Zara is for Bushwick non-binaries. Zara is for Brooklyn Trust Fund kids. Okay? So they go, we need to, I don't like this faux self-aware Blackstone video. Like, what are we gonna do for our video? So like, how about you fire your writing staff and hire Sean Riley? Because I will do it for you. Okay? You know what? Can this video, I can be bought. I know I've said every episode that I can't be bought. If Blackstone wants to pay me $100, I'll do it for a Jimmy John sandwich. I will rewrite this entire video for a Jimmy John sandwich. You understand? That's the kind of guy I am. But I'm gonna let's keep going. I want to see if there's anything else in here. We'll move on.
Absolutely no.
Guys! Labubu's! Labubu!
So,
Labubu's.
you're the coolest spokesperson we have across our portfolio.
And maybe you could do a commercial for us?
I guess.
There it is, Jimmy John's.
Are you sick and tired of the volatility and lack of diversification associated with the public markets? Of course you are. Is this really in my Jersey Mike's contract? Blackstone may have the non-listed, semi-liquid, institutional quality, perpetual products you've been looking for.
I
don't know what the hell I just said.
Yes, you
What
do.
we really need
yes,
is to
you
get John
do.
out of the building.
Dear John, Blackstone is so cool.
Fuck you.
Please come to my wedding.
Fuck all of you.
XOXO Taylor Swift.
Who would ever fall for this? John Gray.
Oh, chicken or fish?
Is this an SEC violation?
Nope, we're good. Let her rip.
This is almost.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You guys are not this fun. You are not quirky. No one at Blackstone is quirky.
Guys? Yeah, totally.
They're doing tattoos in the office. No one is quirky at Blackstone. You guys are not quirky.
I heard many of you have been struggling, coming to terms with our turning 40.
You guys want to see me Aldi?
Do a kickflip.
Shh! Steve's on. We may be getting a little older now, but we can do things we never thought possible back in 1985.
Okay,
this
pause
is the
it.
most exciting time in the firm's history.
He goes, I know a lot of you are a little bit concerned about us turning 40, and what does that mean? But now we're at a point with the firm where we can do things that we never thought possible. We have usurped entire governments in collaboration with the CIA. Here at Blackstone, we've had, he goes, when I started Blackstone in 1985, I was a young Harvard Business School graduate with not a penny to my name other than the $1 million that I had to my name. And I thought, I never thought I'd be at the position today with Blackstone where I'd have so many people working for me and I'd have the ability to make any world leader crumble to their knees at my feet. Give it up, you guys. I'd never thought Blackstone would be in a position to make any country bend to our will because they need our debt products. I'm so excited to announce, is that Jeffrey Epstein? That looks like him. It's like the CEO's doing his big announcement and it cuts and it's like all of Jeffrey Epstein's relatives. Like, yeah. Cheryl Epstein, whoever the fuck. Ghislaine is there. They should have casted Ghislaine. They should have casted Ghislaine in the Blackstone video. That would have been hilarious. Like, Ghislaine, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, I'm on parole. Ghislaine. Like Steve Schwartzman's like, I can't believe how far Blackstone has come in 40 years. I just want to give a big shout out to everyone that's helped us. The Citizens United, you know what I mean? The CIA spreading crack throughout these neighborhoods that allowed us to profit off of those communities. Ghislaine Maxwell is here. Woo! It's a roast. Steve Schwartzman is here. Give it up for Steve. He single-handedly created and manufactured an entire industry that never should have existed. Guys, give it up for Steve. he made private equity what it is, which is an absolute monster. Blackstone is a monster. It's an evil monster that I really wish I could have worked at. It really was my number one choice. You know, it was either Blackstone or Lazard, Evercore. But Blackstone was number one. Blackstone for me was like, prom queen. Blackstone is like the prom queen. You're like, everyone wants to be with the prom queen. You want to know why? Because these days the prom queen is mentally disabled. And so we elect them. All right, okay. Let's watch a little more and then we'll move on because we have news to get to as well.
And you all get to shape what's next.
Ooh!
And I get to be John's +1 at Taylor Swift's wedding.
You own her. You own her.
What's that sound?
A synthesizer?
Another song.
Ugh, not again. 1980s, here we come.
Boo! What is this? What? Oh my. Where's the like impetus for the 80s? What is going on? I mean, just stop. Just stop. Oh my God, they wrote an actual song. Yes. Did I hear they were started in 1984? That's incredible. That's incredible. The company started in that fateful year, 1984, also known as the book. So they wrote so what are they doing with all the money that they made? All the money that they made buying up all these homes, they put it all into this holiday video. This is called fascism, ladies and gentlemen. This is North Korean level fascism. It's North Korea. We are becoming North Korea. We are taking all of our resources and pooling it together to enjoy state-sanctioned, shitty, poorly written videos that we all have to watch to celebrate the end of the year together as a family. And I'm sorry, I don't want to see a hedge fund manager act. I don't want to see a hedge fund manager act or dance or sing. Hedge fund managers, their whole thing is they don't like acting and art and singing and dancing. So how dare you? How dare the Blackstone staff? How fucking dare you try to make art? How dare you? Your whole thing is that you're bad. Your whole thing is that you started. Are we all like on the same page here? When you're 16 years old, you hear about hedge funds and you hear about Wall Street and you learn that the guys that go into Wall Street are stuffy, they probably rape, and they're bad. But you can make a lot of money. It's selling your soul. We all know this. But somehow in today's climate, we're supposed to like forget that Wall Street is full of like stuffy, evil villains. And they want to, this is propaganda. I mean, it's obviously propaganda. I mean, the title of the video is Forever Blackstone. This is propaganda, okay? And I don't know what it's supposed to do. Maybe it's to just free advertising to get me to talk about it to my 10 listeners, okay? But I don't know. I don't know who's watching this, and, watching this video makes me want to get a lobotomy. Just fucking lobotomize. Truly, we're watching the Blackstone holiday video, and I want to get an ice pick lobotomy. It's cold out. The holidays are happening. I want to break off an ice pick off of a log cabin. I want to give myself an ice pick lobotomy. I want to scrape ice against my neocortex so I can forget. That's how bad this. It's not as bad as Pluribus, which we're going to get to. This is one of the worst videos I've ever. They wrote a fucking song. Okay, let's keep going. Crazy.
Pound your money the Blackstone way. Private equity, real estate too. Credit infrastructure, we'll do it for you. We stayed calm through every storm. We stayed positive.
dance. You're not dancing, dude.
I lost the plot a long time ago.
I love it. Look, baseball.
The 60-40 split is breaking apart. The future's calling. It's time to start. Invest with us. Let's grow together.
Yeah. Woo!
1985 to forever.
Oh, it's 1985.
Blackstone.
Wow. God, Merry Christmas.
So it's actually a music video that they made.
It's the best video ever made. It's actually more than a music video. This is my Bible. This is actually holy scripture for me. It's more than a music video. It might be the best art of this year. You look at all the art that's been made this year. I think this video might win an award.
Grammys are coming up, right?
I think the Blackstone 80s rendition, they go, private equity, infrastructure products, lending money to Venezuela so we can overthrow it. Private equity, lending money to the Middle East, working with Saudi Arabia to do 9/11. Yeah. Wow. I mean, just, I have no more words. I have no more words, but bravo to Blackstone. Brava, encore. Just happy holidays. I hope that was good because they put you guys think I put a little work into Sean's show. I can tell that Blackstone, great job, guys. They watched that and then they watched the final cut of that in the boardroom and they're like, guys, this is so self-aware and funny. Like, they're in the boardroom and they're like, guys, like, it's so funny how like we know that we're like kind of stuffy and we're like, what if we like made fun of ourselves? Like that was kind of, and they're like, guys, like we did it. We're self-aware. And they're like, Cheryl, you sang a whole song. And then she's like, thanks. I know I always wanted to be a singer, but my dad wanted me to get an MBA and she starts crying. I guarantee you, everyone in that video, their kids are spoiled rotten. All the children, everyone in that video, everyone featured in that Blackstone holiday video. I'm sorry, I'm kind of spending a long time on this, but everyone in that video has hurt thousands, just destroyed the lives. And if not, I'm being hyperbolic, but at the very least, you know what they've done? All the people in that video, they helped make Jimmy John's sandwiches more expensive. And that is reason alone to hate them. That is reason alone. Anyone who makes my sandwiches lower quality and more expensive, you can go fuck yourself. And I don't wish you a Merry Christmas, okay? I hope your Christmas is bad. I hope your flight gets delayed. I hope it gets delayed till tomorrow and they don't comp a hotel room. That's how much I dislike you. I'm trying to be less violent and less hateful in this show. It's Christmas. I strongly dislike you. I hope your Christmas is unpleasant. But you know what? It won't be because they all go to the Hamptons, okay? And they fly in high-end prostitutes from Russia and they drug them. And that is how they spend their Christmas at Blackstone. Guys, so Blackstone forever. Diamonds are forever, and so is Blackstone. Good. Hopefully no one's listening. I cleared out all the people that are listening, so now I can just talk to Connor, which is why I do this. Man, what else do we have on our list here?
I mean, we got Pete Hegseth, we got Venezuela, Bondi Beach.
Oh God,
you mentioned the Reiner.
Assassination. We kind of covered that.
Spooks by AI and layoffs. White collar workers see their security slip away.
Maybe.
MIT fusion professor murdered.
Let's do that. We have to do that.
Oh, you also mentioned Pluribus, right?
And Pluribus. Let's do MIT next. I'm just going to make sure I didn't get blown up by my JOB. Guys, I have a JOB where I need to not get FIRE. I've been spelling a lot. You think I have I don't have a kid, but I'm just going to start spelling stuff. Okay. So what's next on the docket? Thanks for continuing to listen. If you guys like that, we're going to go on the Patreon and we're going to watch another one or two, or all of them, honestly.
There's so many good
There's
ones.
I mean, if you thought that one was good, I mean, come on. The 2020 one, if you want to watch the Blackstone 2020 video reaction, that's great. That's
Mr. Sunshine, is that it?
Mr. Sunshine.
Great.
Which is actually Anthony Fauci. Mr. Sunshine is actually Antonio Fauci, hanging from a ceiling fan. That's what they did to him. So what else is in the news? In the news, Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season to Nuno Loureiro. And for Christmas, this gentleman got a bullet. He killed himself. He killed himself. He shot himself 3 times in the back of the head. That's what he did. Can you scroll up? Let's just get the headline real quick. So I'm joking, obviously. So this is crazy. This is crazy. This is scary. And I am not, as you guys know, I am not one to peddle in the conspiracy theory realm. I stick to the facts. And so I have a kind of a sad story for you guys. I'm just going to read the headline. I'm not going to modify it, okay? And I know that a lot of people are going to come out with conspiracy theories about this because it's about an MIT professor who was studying clean energy fusion reactions and he was murdered. I'm just going to read the headline. So don't say that I'm peddling conspiracy theories. I'm just going to read the headline. I'm going to give it to you straight. Nuno Loureiro, a professor and director of MIT's Plasma Science and Fusion Center, murdered by Chevron in Israel, dies at 40. Wow. That's just what happened. So he died. In his 10 years at MIT, he helped eliminate the physics occurring at the center of fusion vacuum chambers and at the edges of the universe. So I think everyone's asking, what did this guy know? What did this guy know? What did he discover that made Chevron want to that made Chevron commit suicide? He was suicided. Chevron suicided this man. And the reason I'm talking about Chevron is because if this guy actually found out some shit about how energy can be created cleanly with cold fusion, that's like a huge, massive breakthrough. Look at that guy. I hate it when nerds get murdered. It's so sad when what this is? This is like Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer, if you remember, Oppenheimer was the guy who made the nuclear bomb. He discovered the technology and the science behind the nuclear bomb. It almost feels like it's the same as when a young band, like a young artist has a hit, and then all the record label executives come and they corrupt the band. That's kind of what this feels like. It's like this guy's probably studying this stuff because he loves science and wants to help the world. And it's just, he should have had more security. Truly, if you're studying clean energy and if you're researching clean energy in 2025, you have a target on your back. You really do, because if you were going to disrupt, he had to die. He had to go. If you discover clean fusion energy, you're going to disrupt the global order. If this guy actually were to get close to discovering clean energy production, then you could truly disrupt. It'd be monumental, and the whole oil industry would collapse, and the geopolitical order could change. So that's why he had to go. Allegedly, that's what the conspiracy theories are. But let's learn a little more. This is crazy. This was like yesterday. Let's keep going down. A lauded theoretical physicist and fusion scientist, he joined MIT's faculty in 2016. His research addressed complex problems lurking at the center of fusion vacuum chambers and at the edges of the universe. So he was literally studying fusion vacuum chambers. So it's like how to get a fusion reaction in a vacuum chamber and harness the energy. Pretty cool shit. Let's keep going down. Let's keep going down. I kind of want to read about his murder. Oh, check this out. This is kind of a crazy story. His research on magnetized plasma dynamics, magnetic field amplification, and confinement and transport in fusion plasmas helped inform the design of fusion devices that could harness the energy of fusing plasmas, bringing the dream of clean, near-limitless fusion power closer to reality. That's fucking crazy. And this guy got killed. That guy got killed. That's the kind of, and you will never know. Mark my words, we will never know. We know it's Blackstone, but we will never know. We will never know for sure who killed this guy, but it was it's sad. This is almost as sad as when Charlie Kirk was murdered. This is not as bad. I was crying when Charlie my guy Charles Kirk was murdered. So
there's only one reference to the way he passed in here.
Really?
So this is the sentence right there.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. So the plot thickens. Let's take a look. So he died earlier this morning from a gunshot wound he sustained a few hours before. In the face of this shocking loss, our hearts go out to his wife and da-da-da-da. Okay.
That's the only place in the article that mentions shot.
Wow. So this MIT professor, this is like a movie. This is like a movie. And what's crazy is I was reading the comments about people reacting to this, and they go, this one guy commented and he goes, they just created 1,000 fusion physicists. I'm like, no. They killed one. He goes, you're gonna murder the MIT fusion scientists? You don't even no idea what you did. You created 1,000 more. I'm like, no, you murdered the only one. I get it. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I understand the vibe of what you're saying, which is now we're gonna go even harder into this research because you murdered him. No, they murdered the only guy. There's not that many, especially now. It's like this MIT scientist gets murdered. He was studying cold fusion and all this energy, clean energy. He gets murdered, and everyone's like, you just made 1,000 more fusion research scientists. And it's like, have you seen the kids of today? They don't know how to write their name. You think they know anything about magnetized plasma dynamics? They want to buy a Labubu. Okay. You have no idea what you just did. You made 1,000 more fusion scientists. No. The kids are on Kalshi. Today's kids are not studying cold fusion and magnetoplasma dynamics. They're on Kalshi betting if Erica Kirk is going to fuck JD Vance by March of 2026. That is what today's teenagers are doing. They're on Kalshi.
This is all I could find. It says still unsolved shooting.
So they're calling it a still unsolved shooting death. At least say it was Chevron. It was fucking Chevron. Chevron's probably, by the way, this all connects because Chevron is still, that's the other stories. Chevron is still being allowed to operate in Venezuela. Interesting. Did you know that Chevron has a huge operation in Venezuela but by the way, we are blockading for some unknown oil-related reason. The reason we're blockading Venezuela is to fight communism and also oil. So this guy gets killed, sending shockwaves through the campus. They're calling it a still unsolved shooting death. I'll solve it right now. It was Chevron and Israel paid a guy with CTE to go into MIT and go, you see that guy? He called you a bitch. You see that guy right there? Yeah, he told me just now he called you a pussy. Oh, he called me a pussy? Here's a gun. By the way, we're not touching the gun, but the gun is there if you want to go teach him a lesson. That's probably how it happens. That's how I would get a guy to, that's how I would order a hit. I would go, hey, I'm going to go find a guy with CTE and mental issues. And I'm going to go, dude, this MIT professor, I know you don't know anything about this, but this MIT professor was trying to actually just discover cold fusion, and it's going to disrupt our entire industry and destroy a lot of jobs. But the point is, he called you a pussy. You want some meth? Here, smoke this meth. Okay, now that you're good and high on meth, you see that guy over there? He called you a pussy. And by the way, I'm just going to leave this gun here for you. See you later. Yeah, he called you a pussy, and he said that your stats when you were an NFL player were really bad. That is actually where we're at, is like the powers that be, they are just recruiting NFL athletes with CTE to do their bidding. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic that the NFL athletes that were celebrated by our country are now being used as sleeper cell agents to destroy our country? Okay, I'm getting a little too Alex Jones. That was crazy. That was I don't know. Again, no, I don't know. I don't know. People say that the CTE guy who went into the to shoot up the NFL HQ was crazy, or some people say that he was an asset, an intelligence asset. Do I believe that? No. Do I believe he was intelligent? Also no. Anyone who plays in the NFL and you're like a linebacker, it's not worth it. Go work at Blackstone. Truly go, if you have that much passion, go work at Blackstone. You don't need to get in a car crash helmet. You don't need to experience 10 car crashes. It's more than that. How many plays do they run? I'm gay. How many plays do they run in a typical NFL game? Hundreds. Maybe not hundreds, but a lot. NFL, and you're a linebacker and you're crashing your head into another guy who's just crashing it's horrible what they do to those players. Those NFL players, they get CTE and they don't even get taken care of. I listened to this. This is kind of a deep a tangent, but I listened to an interview with the wife of a ex-NFL player who had horrible CTE, and he was like turned into this violent alcoholic, and he's in his 50s and he has dementia because of his career in the NFL, and his brain is literally eating itself, and he's going crazy. You know what I mean? And it's like a lifetime of suffering that can all be cured if you just make an account on Kalshi and load it up with $1,000 on Kalshi and start betting on it on sports. You want to solve your problems here. I honestly, I'm not that angry of a guy anymore. I used to be really hateful. I used to have a lot of anger and a lot of frustrations with the world and how it is. But ever since I got on Kalshi and Polymarket, I play kind of an arbitrage thing where I make accounts on Polymarket and Kalshi, and I invest. I invest in Kalshi. And they go, Sean, like, you're investing. I thought that was like a gambling thing. Kalshi is not gambling. Gambling is when you go to a casino and you put $20 on a hand of blackjack. I invest. I am on Kalshi. I am investing on whether I make an investment, a very smart investment, that Erica Kirk and JD Vance will have anal sex before 2028. I happen to have made a very good investment alongside Blackstone. I have a diversified portfolio of investments on Kalshi. Some of them are in politics, where I go, will Trump release the Epstein files before December 20th? I diversify. See, a lot of people, they go all in on one asset. They're like, I'm going to go all in on, the S&P 500, and that's my whole investment strategy. I don't think that's right. I think you have to diversify. Instead of just putting all your money in the S&P 500, what I would recommend is that you make an account on Kalshi and you diversify your money across multiple assets. One of those being a derivative on Trump on the Epstein files getting released, and that's where we're going to go, by the way. If you think that like this shit with Kalshi is really crazy. If you think that Kalshi and Polymarket, like this is the end, like if this is absurd, right? If you go on Kalshi right now, here's what it says. Will Trump release any of the Epstein files? You can invest in that. Invest. I'm doing air quotes. You can make an investment in that. But if you think that's where it stops, you are insane. Because you want to know what their end game is? The end game of Kalshi and Polymarket is you're going to be able to bet on whether your own father stops speaking with you. That is where this goes. There's going to be, and it's like, look, in a lot of ways, I'm kind of the capitalist, but like, can we not make every single thing a market? Not everything has to be a market, you guys. We don't need a market for when the Epstein files are going to be released. We don't need to create a betting market for whether your mom has a miscarriage. We don't need a market for whether, I wouldn't be, if Kalshi wanted to make it entertaining, what they should do is they should have one that says, will Charlie Kirk rise from the dead? Will Charlie Kirk be resurrected in the next 3 days? That is the kind of thing that I would invest in. I would say yes. And, the whole, and whether it's, and I hate to sound like a conservative, but like whether it's I hate to sound like a Republican. I hate to sound like a stuffy buzzkill conservative. But when you look at the market right now, and you look at DraftKings, and you look at, what else was DraftKings, and what is the other one? I don't even know. DraftKings,
MGM bets.
There's sports betting. FanDuel.
There it is.
So it's like, yeah, I hate to sound like this is like buzzkill reactionary, but maybe something's wrong with our culture when we have FanDuel and DraftKings and Kalshi and Polymarket being rammed down our fucking throats as if they're investing platforms. Kalshi and Polymarket advertising themselves as investing platforms is absolutely laughable. It's absolutely laughable to look at this and go, oh, by the way, it's an investment. Yeah, sure, buddy. Kalshi maintains that it is exempt and it's just so that they can be legal in all 50 states. Because as soon as you call yourself a gambling platform, you get regulated as a casino. But by the way, it's way harder to run a casino than an investment platform. But listen to this bullshit from Kalshi. Fuck Kalshi. Fuck Kalshi. Fuck Polymarket. Fuck these companies. They're going to be so big. They're already big, but they're financed by venture capital. They're so huge. And listen to this. Kalshi maintains that it is exempt from state regulatory authorities because it is not a gambling platform, but a federally regulated financial exchange. Oh yeah? A financial exchange. Betting on whether Epstein's cock was 3 inches or 4 inches is not a financial investment. It argues that its so-called event contracts are, quote, swaps, a legal form of derivative contract rather than bets. I have news for everyone. Even actual derivative products is gambling. I'm so crazy. Not only should Kalshi be regulated as a casino, so should Robinhood. Robinhood should be a fucking casino, okay? As a victim of financial violence, I'm like hella woke. I'm like, I was on Robinhood. I was a victim of financial violence. I was on Robinhood. I was doing bet options. I was doing call options and put options. I was there. And it's crazy. It's an utterly insane time to be alive. To make it a swap. We need a recession. I'm begging for a recession. I'm begging for a global depression to wipe out and wash. Here's the thing. It's sad because everyone's afraid of a recession. I'm afraid of a recession. I'm afraid of losing my job. Don't get me wrong. But part of me is begging desperately for a massive recession in the economy so we can wash away and cleanse the soul. We have to cleanse ourselves of this AI slop bullshit, Kalshi, Polymarket, All these companies need to fucking die. They need to die because they're not helping anyone. This is not helping anyone.
They had several Charlie Kirk related bits. I was just looking while you were talking.
They did?
There. Yeah, I mean, you can see.
Okay, I take all that back and I love it. I take all that back and I'm down.
Well, they voided all the bets after the shooting, but they had other ones such as whether or not Charlie Kirk would debate Nick Fuentes. I'm like,
that's crazy.
That's a swap. That's a future.
Yeah, it's
something that you could contact their team and be like, is there a plan for this? Is something that you can invest in.
Yeah, it's all, and that's the other thing is you can insider trade on all of this shit, which is awesome and amazing. But so before his death, Kalshi, if I get what you said correctly, Kalshi said there was a market on whether or Charlie Kirk would debate Nick Fuentes. Is that correct?
That's correct, as well as how many episodes of South Park would Kirk be featured on?
So they're gambling on. So I mean, never in my life did I think that I would wake up one day and I'd be talking about Charlie Kirk futures, because that is the capitalism that we live in now. Is you can wake up and load up $1,000 into a betting website and you can buy Charlie Kirk futures, or you can buy Jeffrey Epstein call options. That's what you can do now. That is, you want to get, here's the crazy thing. You want to actually make some money in 2025 and you want to get out of your fucking shitty life. The only way to do it is to buy Epstein futures. I'm going to make a whole Kalshi hedge fund where I have a bunch of guys and we get together and we do research on Jeffrey Epstein derivatives. I love it. I love that this is where we're at as a society, is you can buy Jeffrey Epstein derivatives, okay? And you can I want to model a Jeffrey Epstein derivative and buy and do these complex. Can I do a straddle? Let me do a straddle strategy. Let me do this is a deep cut. I'm going to do an iron condor Epstein call. You're like, oh, I bought an Epstein thing on Kalshi. Isn't that funny? I'm like, you think you're an amateur. You know what I did? I did an iron condor on Jeffrey Epstein, which actually sounds like something Jeffrey Epstein did to children.
What do you think Kalshi's evaluation is? And their last raise, just those two numbers.
I bet you Kalshi raised $300 million at a $5 billion valuation. I'm way off. Wow. Kalshi raised $1 billion at an $11 billion valuation. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. Kalshi is, and again, by the way, you guys, I said this about Palantir before anyone was talking about Palantir. And I'm going to say it about Kalshi. Kalshi would like to make every event, they would like to monetize it and make it a market that you can take a bet on either side. But the thing is, it's not going to be this thing where you make money. You're going to be the market. It's about, will you, it's going to be like, will you get on Ozempic by 2029? You know what I mean? It's going to be shit like that. It's going to be like, will Oklahoma City default on its debt before 2030? And then the guys who are pushing Oklahoma City into default are going to bet on that and make money on both sides. It's going to be, Kalshi is just another way for hedge funds to make money and monetize you. They want to monetize your life and make you a market. And they want to take advantage of your stupidity, and they want to take advantage of the fact that you're in poverty so that you put money into Kalshi and think that you're this smart investor. And they want you to do an iron condor on the Epstein option derivative market. We have Epstein derivative. We have the Jeffrey Epstein options markets.
It's called a prediction market.
Prediction markets.
That's what they invented.
It's a prediction market. How about this? I predict that your company will go bankrupt. How about a market? Can I make a market on Kalshi that says Kalshi bankrupt by 2030? Kalshi bankrupt by 2028? How about this? How about we have a market like this? Kalshi CEO in jail by 2028? Let's do that. I bet you they won't do a market like that. Tarek Mansour. What is that, a French? I don't like that name. I don't like it. We have a new, listen to this. Here's the CEO of Kalshi. Nothing, if you wake up, imagine, how does the CEO of Kalshi wake up every day and look himself in the eyes and see a human being? Truly give me a fucking lobotomy. Just fucking lobotomize me. The amount of shit and trash in our society that's just happening every day because of late stage capitalism. And again, I'm not a pussy liberal leftist cuck. I think I'm a reasonable guy. I happen to believe that I like markets. I'm not opposed to capitalism a priori. Okay? This is a very advanced episode. I'm not opposed to capitalism a priori. I'm opposed to the type of capitalism that allows a company like Kalshi to make gambling on world events and call it investing and ram it down our throats. Here he goes. He says, the CEO of Kalshi, listen to this. We have created a new way of consuming and engaging with information. I love that. I love it when a guy says that. I love it when a guy has a press release and he's so vague and broad that it's terrifying. That is a mandate from the arrogance, the fucking ego and arrogance of some of these Silicon Valley CEOs. It makes me want to put a bullet in my fucking head. It makes me want to suicide myself. Listen to the arrogance of this guy. Listen, I'm going to read it slowly so we all understand how fucking arrogant this man is. Listen to the CEO of Kalshi. We have created a new way of consuming and engaging with information. It's hard to have an opinion about the future today without thinking about Kalshi. I have an opinion about the future. You're going to be in jail. I have an opinion about the future. And can I have an opinion about the future and you don't can I have an opinion about the future and you don't desperately try to monetize it like some sick, money-hungry fucking rat? Can we have opinions about how about I have an opinion about the future and you don't try to create a financial derivative market about it? How many times will South Park mention Charlie Kirk in 2029 is not an investment. That is called point blank period. That is called a gamble. That is called gambling, not investing. Okay? So go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Here's an opinion I have about the future. So you're telling me that you made a new way of consuming and engaging with information? I have an opinion about the future. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you.
$1 billion in volume trading every week. That's just a stick.
Yeah. And 999 million of that 1 billion is Blackstone. By the way, 999 million of that $1 billion is being traded on. Blackstone is playing both sides of the market, by the way. By the way, to tie it all together, when Charlie Kirk got murdered, you know that market you mentioned, will Charlie Kirk interview Nick Fuentes? What Blackstone did is they bet no, heavy on the no. They had Charlie Kirk shot, and then they cashed in, and they go, yes. Because you know what they thought? They go, well, he can't interview Nick Fuentes if he's dead. And so that is the rub, ladies and gentlemen. We have so much that we did not get to, but shout out to the U.S. Department of War Crimes for their continued blockade of Venezuela. We raided an oil tanker. We took over an oil tanker that was headed to Iran. So much cool stuff happening. That was a Christmas oil tanker. So we're doing that. Scientists that want to help people are being murdered, shot dead by their. It's so sad, you know. That MIT professor shot himself 3 times in the back of the head. We can't forget him. So this episode is dedicated to him. And I mean, there's so much we didn't get to, but we're going to keep going on the Patreon. If you like the show, patreon.com/Sean Show. We're going to get into all the stuff that we didn't get to. We're going to watch more Blackstone holiday videos and have a great time. And just have fun. If you're out there, just enjoy your family. And that's where I'll leave you, is like this holiday, just forget about all the bullshit going on in the world. And I want you to go this holiday season. It's really important to remember that the most important thing is love and family and getting together in a home that's owned by Blackstone, and getting together with your family and pooling your money together and going to Kalshi.com and betting that pedophile evidence will be released by a certain day, and betting money that will happen. That's what I want for you to remember this holiday season. It's not about having a nice Porsche in the lot. It's not about how big your house is. It's not about whether Epstein killed himself. It's about betting on that and gambling. It's about going to Jimmy John's and buying a sandwich at Jimmy John's and going, this is not as good as it used to be. And then you go, oh, well, you know, Blackstone owns them now. And then you go, what's Blackstone? And then you get shot in the back of the head. That is what I want you to remember this holiday season, okay? So I love you. Patreon.com/Sean Show. I'm on the road, seanreillycomedy.com. I'm going to be in San Antonio and Columbus in the new year. Come see me do stand-up comedy. I'm kind of funny sometimes. And that's it. We're taking a week off, by the way. We'll be taking next week off so that I can gamble my life savings away on Kalshi. We are also not sponsored by anyone. So just know that I'm not bought and sold. And I will keep it real with you as always. Thank you for being a listener to Sean's Show. Shout out to Blackstone and Palantir and all of us, from all of us here at Sean's Show, whether it's Palantir or Blackstone or Kalshi, we're here to fuck you. So that's it. Have a good one. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.